Akriti Goyal, a research scholar from Dalbagh Educational Institute, and topic of my paper is Mandatory CSR and SDGs Common Aim for Developing India. Now, India is a fast developing country, and with high paced development comes various socio-economic and environmental challenges. These challenges itself are characteristic to a developing nation. From time to time, Government of India comes up with various policies and regulations to overcome these challenges such as inequalities, unemployment, poverty, environmental degradation, etc. However, the efforts of the government alone cannot bring about all the transformation in Indian economy, as huge part of Indian economy is controlled by corporates. As a step towards drawing the attention of corporates towards this fact, Government of India has made CSR activities mandatory in India through Companies Act 2013. Moreover, Schedule 7 of the Act has specified the activities which companies may include in their CSR policy. India, being a member of United Nations, participated actively in formulation of United Nations Sustainability Development Agenda 2030, which were made to overcome the shortcomings of Millennium Development Goals, as they had a narrow scope and lagged in defining the role of corporates in development of the nation. Both the steps of Indian government were aimed at achieving the same goal, that is transforming India into a progressive and developed nation. Hence, it becomes imperative to study the linkage of both the initiatives and the impact on development of Indian economy. Hence, the paper is an attempt to study the common aims of SDGs and mandatory CSR regulations in India. Coming to various challenges that are socio-economic and environmental challenges being faced by Indian economy. The major socio-economic challenges being faced by Indian economy are overpopulation and certain economic issues like poverty, sanitation, corruption, education, and violence. And majorly with overpopulation comes various environmental challenges, and these environmental challenges majorly are climate change due to pollution caused by greenhouse gases and depletion of stratospheric ozone as a result of the pollution caused by chlorofluorocarbons, then degradation of air quality due to pollutants like oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, lead, and various aromatic compounds. Then other major problem is degraded quality of water, and at last the major environmental challenge is deforestation. And, now moving to SDGs and their linkages with Indian CSR, I would like to highlight these linkages. And yeah, it was felt that with collaboration of CSR and SDGs, India can achieve its desired goal of development. And SDGs were constituted by UNDP in September 2015 with consensus of its 193 member countries. These SDGs were formed to overcome the shortcomings that were present in Millennium Development Goals in order to make them effective for all type of economies and in order to attract contribution from all sectors, that is government, society, and corporates. Hence, role of corporates in achieving SDGs was considered to be very significant. India too had ratified and signed the convention to achieve SDGs for betterment of its society by 2030 and has formed various policies along with allocation of funds for achieving these goals. Mandatory CSR can be considered as one such policy which can remind corporates of their role in achieving SDGs. The desired CSR activities as per Schedule 7 of the Clause 135 of Companies Act 2013 are linked to 17 SDGs in the following manner, and the table has discussed these linkages. Here we can see on the left hand side the CSR activities that have been mentioned in Schedule 7 of the 7 of Clause 135 of Companies Act 2013, and on the right hand side are SDGs which can be related to or can be connected to these CSR activities. The first CSR activity is majorly related to eradication of hunger, poverty, and malnutrition. Basically related to removal of poverty, increasing healthcare facilities, sanitation, and contribution to Swachh Bharat Kosh. And the SDGs related to this CSR activity are 1, 2, 4, and 6. In the video ahead, I have given description of all these SDGs, what 1, 2, 4, and 6 SDGs are, and we'll discuss them over there. And the second CSR activity is related to promotion of education, including special education and employment, enhancing vocational skills, and related to livelihood enhancement projects. And the SDGs related to this CSR activity are 1, 2, 4, and 8. The third one is basically related to removal of inequalities, generally related to gender and empowering women. And for that purpose, setting up of homes and hostels for women and orphans, setting up old age homes, daycare centers, and such other facilities. And the SDGs related to this CSR activities 1, 5, and 10. Then moving to the fourth CSR activity as per the Schedule 7 of Companies Act, it is related to environmental issues, taking care of environmental issues. And the SDGs related to this CSR activity are 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, and 15. The fifth one is related to or is concerned toward protection of national heritage, art, and culture. And the related SDGs are 9 and 11. The sixth one is related to measures for benefit of armed force veterans, war widows and their dependents, and such kind of things. And the SDGs related to this CSR activity are 3, 4, and 8. The seventh one is related to training to promote rural sports, nationally recognized sports, Paralympic sports, and Olympic sports. And the SDG related to this activity are 8 and 10. And the eighth one is basically related to contribution to various funds like the Prime Minister National Relief Fund and Prime Minister Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situation Fund and such other kinds of funds. And the SDGs related to this CSR activities 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, and 15. The next one is majorly related to contribution to incubators or research and development projects in field of science, technology, engineering, and medicine, and such other things. And the SDGs related to this CSR activities are 9, 13, and 12. Now the second last one is rural related to CSR activity related to rural development projects, and the SDGs related to this CSR activity are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. And the last one is related to slum area development, and SDGs related to this CSR activities 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. Now let's move on to SDGs. That we have earlier discussed. Those SDGs are the first one is concerned about no poverty, that it aims at removing poverty. And the second one aims at removing hunger. Third one aims at good health and well-being. Fourth one aims at quality of education. Fifth one aims at gender equality. Sixth one aims at clean water and sanitation. Aim of seventh one is affordable and clean energy. And the eighth one is related to decent work and economic growth. Ninth one is related to industry, innovation, and infrastructure. 10th is related to reduced inequalities. 11th is related to sustainable cities and communities. 12th is related to responsible consumption and production. 13th is related to climate actions. 14th is related to life below water. 15th is related to life on land. 16th is about peace, justice, and strong institutions. 17th is about partnerships for the goals.